What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be starting another sort of regular thing for my channel where I talk about last month's favorites, as you can obviously tell from the title. Other like regulars, as I'm going to sort of refer to them as, like my storytime videos, song covers, the intro pack until I finish it will be a regular, bad film reviews, and then obviously like the resolution check at the end of the month to see how we've been going. So starting this one this month, looking at March. So yeah, I've got a small list of things to try and keep me like on brand with what I'm trying to do on my channel. And yeah, let's just get into the video, I guess. Alright, so I got this list off of Wikipedia, and among other things it has things like theatre and fairs and exhibitions and parades, and it even goes so far as like banquets and food and stuff. But considering that I'm more of like a interactive entertainment, I guess, I'm going to be sort of focusing there. Sport is also on the list, but I'm like just not into sport of any kind, so yeah, if you've come here for that, you've come to the wrong place. But without further ado, let's get into this. So first on my little shortened list is music. Obviously I do a song cover every month. Last month was Shut Up by New Year's Day, but probably my favourite song of the month, slash album slash band, was I Prevail released their new album Trauma, and just about every song on that is amazing. I know we're only like 3 days into April, but I've been listening to it every day since it came out, so I think it kind of wins hands down. The second thing on my list is games, and even on the Wikipedia page it breaks it up into like 5 different categories. I'm only going to go with 3 of them, because one of them was like ball games, which I'm like, that's getting really close to just going into sport, and again, that's not what I'm doing here. And another was it was getting a little bit sort of obscure as far as games can be concerned. So I've got board games, card games, and video games, because what else? I didn't really play any new board games, so the one I'm going to say was my favourite this month was Cluedo, partly because I'm currently planning on making myself a like steampunk Professor Plum costume, and I'm gonna like give him the murder weapon of the wrench, and it's gonna look really cool, hopefully, once I put it together. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna put down for board games. For card games, I did actually play a game of solitaire with my Soul Calibur cards. That was about the only card game I played this month. I don't think I bought any new card games either, so I don't have, you know, like this is my new one to show you sort of thing. And video games, pretty much throughout the month of, throughout the month of March, I was sort of tossing and turning between Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Ghost Recon's Wildlands. They were the two that I sort of played the most in March. Because I just know that the undertaking of actually starting to play Anthem is going to be something that I'm going to need like 3 or 4 days just back to back where I'm not working to just really get into it and explore and develop my character, because I just know that I'm going to put that in and immediately just fall into its world. One of my friends has been on my back pretty much all month trying to get me to play it, and I'm just, yeah, no, I haven't really gotten around to it because like I come home from work and I'm just exhausted and want to play a video game. So it's been either Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which my brother is also playing at the moment, or Ghost Recon's Wildlands, which a friend at work is also playing. So it's kind of been those because I already have people playing those and they're already loaded, and it's just easy to put the disc in and start playing. Books. My book is over the other side of my bed, but I've been reading the Mortal Engines series. I'm still on book 1. The movie was a good sort of motivator to get into the book more. And I think the afternoon after I watched that movie, I read through like 4 or 5 chapters in one sitting. It was great. But I'm still reading through it. Having broken the habit of reading every night, I'm trying to get back into it. It's a little bit more difficult. For comedy, I think the only comedies I watched this month were Bert Kreischer's specials on Netflix. I don't think I watched any comedy. I don't think I watched any comedy films, which I would put under that as well. But as far as stand-up goes, I think it was Bert Kreischer, in anticipation for the show that I'm going to this year. So I watched both The Machine and Secret Time. Popped my knuckles. That felt good. Yeah, I watched both of those. It was really good. So it's just made me more excited for my trip, which I will sort of get into in a bit more detail in another video. The next one on my list is television. So as far as like sitting down and just watching something other than like stand up, this is going into like series rather than films, because like obviously there's a difference between the two. I watched the Titans series on Netflix, and other than that I think I just watched movies on Netflix throughout the month of March. Yeah, because most of the first half of March was about fixing my head and getting on medication. So in the latter half, I watched myself the first season of Titans. Will admit I kind of fell asleep because I was watching it before bed. Fell asleep at the end of a couple of episodes and had to go back and rewatch them. And even then, still didn't entirely understand what was going on with the last episode, which is like a flash forward or something. So I'm probably going to have to watch it again just to sort of understand that part of the story, and probably while I'm more alert, and not so much drifting off to sleep. The next one on the list is movies and cinema, and obviously March is just going to go to Captain Marvel. Like, there was not a better film at all the entire month. I was sitting watching whatever it was my mum was watching yesterday on like 7+ or whatever, and the little like ad breaks that it inserts were all just trailers for Captain Marvel, and about how it's like the #1 movie, and how people think that Goose should have his own franchise, and I was just like, well, obviously, like, it's gonna have to, like I can't deny the fact that it's the #1 movie right now. Also, the fact that I saw it 3 times in the cinema probably says something about how much I actually enjoyed that film. By the 3rd time, I sort of was just like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you guys, because you've said you'll pay for my ticket, and I'm gonna go and like look up some Easter eggs first, so that I can like see if I can find any more. You know, I don't want to be like finding the Easter eggs that people have already found, sort of thing. So yeah, by the 3rd time, I was literally just sitting there looking at all like the details and little nods to comic books and pop culture that were in the film. And then number 7 has shopping, which obviously I like to do. I like to buy games, and I like to buy what else do I like to buy? Games and movies and music, and you know, all the other things that I've spoken about up until now. And the entire month, I think the one thing that I got that I enjoyed the most actually was in this bag, and that is the things that I got for my nephew for his birthday, which is in like a week, I think. Yeah, it's like next Thursday, so potentially ruining the surprise because he is coming down. But I got him, still trying to decide whether or not I'm actually giving him this particular pop vinyl for his birthday or Christmas. Screw it. I bought it because I was like, yeah, he'll enjoy that. Was the Iron Spider 10-year anniversary pop vinyl. It's funny, he turns 7 this year, so by the time he's 18, like legally an adult, this will be, you know, like Marvel will be in its 21, like Marvel Studios will be in its 21st year, so it'll also be celebrating its like ascent into adulthood. So hopefully this will be worth something then, and we're just going to keep it in the box until then. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Nice little sort of collectible. You can just sort of sit the box up there, kind of how I've got mine sitting there, except for my magic ones. My magic ones are all in there. I need to sort of sort out what's going on in this top shelf here, and figure that all out. And the other thing that I got him was this, like, it looks kind of like Lego, but it's a little Magikarp. I got this because EB Games also has a Gyarados of like the same toy, I guess, but it's obviously a lot bigger, and the plan is to get him that for Christmas so that he can evolve his Magikarp, because yeah, I think he'd really enjoy this little taste of what's to come, sort of thing. And then the thing that I got for myself that I'm looking the most forward to is back here. I got myself some nano beads because it has Gengar in it, and obviously, like, so yeah, I'm probably gonna make this into a video at some point. I've already had a look at how well my glass desk does as a camera stand, and then I can like make it underneath, sort of thing, so that you can watch me do it, because holding the camera and trying to do this at the same time is not going to work. I don't have 4 arms. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think there's anything else. No, not really. Cool. So, other like little notes as far as entertainment goes. This month there wasn't any. As I said during the video, this month was more about because the 2nd of March was when I had like my second like episode. I think I've spoken about this. If I haven't, I'm almost positive I have, but if I haven't, I will talk about it again at some point. But I've been seeing the doctors since the end of January to try and find out why I'm blacking out and fainting sometimes. And since the end of January until present, I've had 2 episodes. So one was at the end of January, one was at the beginning of March. So it's about a gap of 5 weeks. And assuming the same gap, I'm sort of due for one in like a week's time. And I'm really hoping I don't have one, because the day that I think it might happen is actually the day that I have an appointment with the neurologist. So hopefully I don't. Hopefully I'm doing the right things to avoid having attacks. But yeah, the first part of the month was more about seeing doctors and stuff, and like I fractured my skull, so we had to sort of figure out if that was like doing any damage or anything, and it's all sort of as of present come back clear, and so we're just sort of taking preventative measures at the moment until we can actually figure out exactly what's causing my blackouts. So yeah, there wasn't really anything else to this month. I'm really looking forward to June. June's going to be an amazing month for this. And I just know for a fact that I'm going to be talking about my Sydney trip in my June favourites video. This month's got a really big event with Endgame coming up, and then May's just sort of an average month in the middle of these like 2 big events. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to all that. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are alerted when I upload a new video. I will link my social medias down in the description. Go and like my Instagram. I'm really trying to get better at my photography. At the moment, all my photography is taken on my smartphone, same way I film my videos. And I'm trying to save up for a proper like DSLR digital camera so that I can take even better quality photos. So please go and show that some love. The Tumblr that I've linked below is where I'm writing a short story. This month's one, I don't entirely know how it's going to turn out. I sort of know a basic where I want it to exist, relative to like the rest of my stories. But as of yet, I've just sort of gone with something that was like, yeah, this seems like it would be a good story. So I don't entirely know how it's going to turn out. But if you would like to see how that goes, please do follow that link. Go check out my Tumblr. If you have Tumblr, follow me. That would be amazing. And like comment on my stories and stuff. Let me know what you think of them. And yeah, until next time, guys, I will check you later.